again everyone. I'm back on my plot, and today I thought I'd talk about plot design, or design of my plot. So when I took it on, it was full of weeds and it took quite a bit of clearing. Again, I'll pop some photos in for you to see, but what that did give me was a blank canvas, and so I looked at other people's designs of plots, and the inspiration for me came from a book, and it's Alan Titchmarsh book about allotments, and there's just one picture, and that was the trigger, the start of my whole design. And this was mainly it, a central path with a shed at the bottom or top of that path being the focal point, beds going down either side. And yeah, that's how my whole base of design was. I took to pen and graph paper and started working it out. It took on many variations, but this was the real basis of my plan and what I was going to stick with. So the top of the plot isn't quite so regimented with raised beds and things. Now there were the raspberries that I put in recently. These are my dustbins. I'm using this as water collection by just upturning the lids, making a hole, and yeah, they're all full. Not surprising considering the amount of rain that we've had. And then over on this side I've got my compost bins here, and then my little polytunnel, which I'm going to talk to you in all about that in another video, how we've managed to stop that blowing away, which was very important. And you'll see all the way around the perimeter of my plot I've edged it with decking boards, and that was mainly because when I first took it on, the paths, we couldn't really define the paths. Over the years they'd sort of been dug away, people had expanded their plots or narrowed, whatever, so it was re-establishing really the paths that, you know, everyone needs to use, because this is one of the entries, gate entries, and I'm slowly filling in the gap with bits and bobs and soil and what have you. So I do like having this edging all the way around. It just seems to neaten it all up. I'm not sure how long it's going to last. It is treated decking boards, but when I ordered, it was like a batch buy, and it gave me enough left over to build 2 large beds. And this is one that's got field beans, green manure, and this is the other one which isn't secured at the moment, but it will be, and you'll see the membranes come up a bit there. I was hoping to have a different sort of greenhouse. Again, I'll go through that probably in another video. But the actual raised beds, I was very naive. I thought 6 would be plenty. Of course it isn't. So I've got a mix of the wooden ones and also the birdies metal raised beds. The wooden beds are made of scaffolding boards that have been treated, so hoping that they do last quite a few years. Again, I put the fencing up just as a way to define the plot, because that is one of the gates, and the fence posts, they were all found on the plot. That's one of the beauties. You might take on a lot of rubbish, but you do find some useful things, and all the paving slabs were on the plot. All these different fence posts that I've utilised here, they were on the plot. So yeah, you can repurpose a lot. I'm lucky enough to live pretty local to my allotment plot, so when I'm working from home in my lunch break, I can get here in just under 10 minutes walking. So seeing as how cold it was, I thought it was time that I've topped up the bird feeders and brought something round. So I did come round in the week and do that, and I can share that video with you now. I make up the mixture to go inside the coconut shells myself. Dead simple. just some lard and peanut butter melted, mix in some birdseed, mealworm, pumpkin seeds, anything that I've got to hand that I can pop in that's obviously safe to birds, and they seem to relish it. These go so much quicker than the fat balls that I buy, maybe because the ratio is a lot more seed to fat, I'm not sure. So I'm here just to make sure they go up in the tree because it is just so bitterly cold for them. There we go, bird feeders, numerous ones up in the cherry tree. You can see the sky is just grey and yeah, very, very chilly. So thankfully I can reach the tree because I've got this caravan step, which was a free cycle item, and it's been invaluable actually. So many times I need to be about 1.5 foot taller, and this is just the ticket. So that's another video done. Hope you enjoyed that. As I said, it's just a take on how I designed my plot. I realised that people have got their plots on different terrains. Maybe you're on a hill, or you know, all different things. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching my previous videos and the really kind comments. It's meant a lot. Take care now.